All right, Adam. I think it's been a couple hours. Your knives are done. I'll start with your hag. It's a beautiful mirror finish on both sides here, and I fixed that point. So I think that you have the KME system. I don't remember. So to fix that point, on my system, I set the knife in like this, and then I worked on this edge, and I even worked up to here. I worked up right to the point, and then when I was done, then I took it out. I didn't change. Yes, I did. I took it out, and then I set it in about a 45 to maybe between 35 to 45 degree angle, and then because the angle's changed, I put my angle cube back on here, and I had to redial in the wicked edge to make sure that I was at 20 degrees. Oh yeah, that's what I forgot to say. This is CPM 154 steel. I don't recommend anything below 20 degrees per side for this steel. It just doesn't have a good history of having a good EDC use beyond 20. If you go too steep, there is just not enough of the harder alloys in there to make it, to be able to support that edge. So I put them at 20. Oh yeah, and just running my finger across there. It's so smooth. Okay, so that's how I did that. So here's what it looks like after. Perfect cut. Tip all the way down. So now your tip is sharp right to the end. And then sorry. So she is good. Yeah, she is good. Sorry, I was just looking at the polished edge. I was able to actually 154 or CPM 154, which is different than 154 CM. You can put a polished edge on it. Because the CPM stands for the powdered steel, which you probably know, and the 154 CM stands for the non, so like the ingot kind of steel. So that's why it can look the way it does. I will put, I don't know if I can, and you can basically read with this on the edge. It is beautiful. And she's it's popping hairs like crazy. So she's sharp. So that one's done. And then your big Bowie knife. It was quite bumpy. Ooh, man, I'm scared. Even just touching that. I put this at 20. This is one. So there's 1095 is a very common carbon steel. A lot of slip joints are made out of that. This is 1015 carbon steel. So that means that there is a lot of iron in here. There is maybe 0.1% carbon, some silica, little to no validinium or molybdenum. I can't say that word properly. So because of that, I again put this guy at 20 degrees, just so you know, and it'll be listed on the invoice. It'll say 20 DPS, so 20 degrees per side. So I took this to 1500 grit, and then I used lapping tape of 9 micron to at least give it a somewhat polished edge. I can't, if I exceed that and go down to what I would like to go down to, the iron is simply not strong enough to be able to handle that, and it'll just break. The edges will keep breaking and breaking and breaking, and it'll drive you insane. So it's totally, I mean this is crazy sharp. And that's one actually really good benefit of this steel, is that for one thing, it's easy to sharpen, and because there is the iron in there, actually does give it an edge time that is longer than you would expect. You will have to touch it up from time to time, but now that it's set and all the bumps out of the edge are gone, there's no more bumps. If you ran your finger very gently across, I mean very gently, I'm just touching it, I can't feel any bumps. It is perfectly smooth. If you just touch it up from time to time, she'll be good. You won't have to ship it back. Actually, I think you have a KME, so I think you'll be able to. And when you clamp it on your KME, I noticed that your mark was about here. Just bring it up to about this point, and the KME, you can't see with the wicked edge. I can do the whole knife and the curve all at once. The KME is a little bit different. You're gonna have to do this in 2 stages. So do stage 1, even though it's clamped here, do stage 1 up to about just to the belly, and then move your clamp over a bit, and then finish off this. And then the only trick is for you is that this transition point, you'll have to feather in when you're done, just to make it look like it's one continuous grind. But yeah, I'll get a full piece of paper. So this is your board. Excuse me. So you saw what it was before, that I didn't cut. Now, oops, sorry, I hit the tang on that one. So that is what it can do now. Awesome. So I'll upload this, and then I'll give you, I'll message you right away here. Thanks, brother.